Management of mental illnesses in Indonesia and West Africa. Mental disorders are very much part of today's societies, and every society has their own struggles in caring for people with mental illness. Some countries recognize it as a health issue that needs to be addressed medically, so they hospitalize, they medicate, and provide their psychiatric population with therapies, while others, especially the underserved countries of the world, consider the cause of mental illness as supernatural and only prayers and fasting are the best treatments they offer. Because psychiatric illness is thought of as being caused by witchcraft and the like, no medications or hospitalizations are given to people with mental disorders. Instead, they are being chained to trees or concrete blocks, fasting, while people led by religious leaders pray for them to cast a spell or demons out of them. This is the case in Indonesia and West Africa, among others, and this practice remains evident to these countries to this day. When their desperate families no longer able to care for them at home, they are being brought to retreat centers or prayer camps, or pasung in Indonesia, where they will be locked up along with other psychotic people. These mentally ill people are being chained up against their will. People's human rights are being violated and their dignity needs to be protected and respected. This practice is very inhumane and unethical. Some people are chained up for days, weeks, months, and some even years until the staff of the camp decide that they are no longer mentally ill. These people urinate, defecate, sleep, and eat in the same spot for however long they are shackled up, and the only treatment they receive is fasting and prayers. Their rights to control what's being done to their bodies is stripped down. This is a true violation of the bioethical principles of autonomy, beneficence, and non-maleficence. I understand that respecting patient's autonomy is a difficult task when the patient is severely psychotic and is unable to make their own reasonable decisions at the height of psychotic break. Medical providers must then exercise their proper judgment in treating the patients. As healthcare provider, they should offer treatments that will be good for the patients, that they will benefit from, and such treatment shall cause no harm at all. The question is, are the healthcare providers in those countries educationally equipped to make that clinical judgment and determine the best treatment there is for these people? Being chained up offers no medical, psychological, physical, or even emotional benefit to these people. If anything, I think this form of treatment is demoralizing to the individual and very damaging. This article is very important to me because being a psychiatric registered nurse myself, I know how I care for my patients, and seeing this happening on the other side of the world is very, very alarming. The provisions from Code of Nursing Ethics that were violated are provisions 1 and 3 that state, the nurse, in all professional relationships, practices with compassion and respect for the inherent dignity, worth, and uniqueness of every individual, unrestricted by considerations of social or economic status, personal attributes, and or the nature of health problems. And the nurse promotes, advocates for, and strives to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient, respectively. This issue presents the fact that mental health treatment is almost non-existent in those countries. This situation needs to be addressed and taken care of. Patients, families, healthcare providers, and government officials need to be educated on how to manage mental illness properly and hopefully resolve this pressing issue soon. Thank you.